What's up, guys? Welcome back to the MLG Studios here in New York City. My name is Axel Toss. I am joined by Axlav, and today we're watching the qualifiers for the Premier Division of WCS America. Of course, the top 8 from this tournament will advance, and we'll be covering this over the weekend and over the next week. So make sure you tune in each and every day. Having a lot of fun here. Of course, we're currently in a match between Spanishiwa and Revival, where Spanishiwa was just a little bit too late in identifying what his opponent was doing.
Yeah, it's a couple seconds, and STARCRAFT played at this level often comes down to a couple seconds, and that's really the difference. I mean, Revival's a great player, don't get me wrong. I mean, he's the favorite of Spanishiwa, but literally 2 seconds earlier with identifying that build, and Spanishiwa would have probably won that. He would have been definitely way ahead that game.
It would have been much more manageable.
Yeah.
Of course, a lot depends on obviously going to be unit control and then potential follow-ups, but Spanishiwa had the tools in place to have a good defense against that timing from Revival, but wasn't able to get those mainlings done in time. That being said, let's jump into game number 2. It's going to be on Belshir Vestige, bottom right-hand location. We have the blue Zerg player, Revival, from Team Evil Geniuses. He's currently up 1-0. He is 1 win away from advancing to the next round of this bracket. His opponent in the top left is going to be the red Zerg player, Spanishiwa. Definitely considered a fan favorite, I would say. Pioneer among builds, a lot of fun to watch. Both these guys very manner, throwing down them smiley faces. Spanishiwa must win 2 in a row here to advance to the next round of the winner's bracket. If he loses here, he will fall down to the lower bracket.
So I have some confirmations.
Huh.
So Spanishiwa does still go to UC Davis.
Ah.
And it is called the Ice Fisher opening.
Okay.
And he still loves his queens and spines, so he still may do an Ice Fisher opening.
All right, we'll see. Last game was a pretty interesting build. I wouldn't call it Ice Fisher by any means, but
No,
definitely a little bit unique, which Spanishiwa is kind of known for. So we'll see what happens here. It's a daunting task being down by 1, having to win 2 in a row against a player like Revival. Let's see if Spanishiwa can make it happen. Seeing a pool first opening here from Spanishiwa. Revival opening up with a hatchery at his natural expansion. And if we're going to see mutas. Mutas are a thing of ZVZ.
They are. Spanishiwa this time. With the build that would normally give you faster speed leaps. The hatch first, typically you get speed faster than the pool hatch, but he may Ice Fisher on us. In fact, the fact that he's not already building a gas.
I think our scoreboard might be a little bit incorrect.
Or wait, is blue?
Revival is the blue Zerg player.
Oh.
Spanishiwa is the red Zerg player. So we'll get that fixed in just a second, guys. But yeah, go on.
There we go. So it's all good now. Right?
Right.
All right. So Revival is not getting speed as fast as he did last game. That's what I meant to say.
Right.
Forget whatever I said before. He's not, which is a little bit unusual. Typically, you do get that speed a little bit faster. So this is an interesting style. Neither player going for gas. Huh. This is like a gentleman's agreement. Like, let's all just build drones and have fun. Spanishiwa getting gas before his opponent. What is going on here?
So last game, we had Revival go for the big timing.
Yes.
Investing a lot in those lings and banelings. This game, it's not looking like it's
no, he doesn't have the gas to afford a build like that.
Yeah.
So 14 banings. That's
so up 1-0. It's like, all right, I'm willing to let the game go a little bit longer, considering I have a little bit of a cushion to work with. Let's see what this guy can do in the late game, perhaps. Perhaps that's what he's saying.
And look at that. Both players cranking out queens like maniacs. Did Revival hear about the Ice Fisher and he's like, let me try this out? Because Revival's doing 4 queen no gas right now.
Anything you can do, I can do better.
Yeah, that's the Korean motto.
Perhaps.
Spanishiwa doing the exact same build he did last game, getting the banings before speed. Very defensive orientated build, but I mean, he doesn't know Revival is playing this way because he would never get it spawned into Bane Nest. Or I mean, if you might get Bane Nest to be aggressive, but he wouldn't get the spawn because there's nothing Revival can do aggressively. Slow Zerglings are going to take too long to cross the map. They'll be identified and countered as a crossing map. And Revival still no gas.
Still no gas. Nothing but drones
4
and
queens,
and
yeah.
just now adding on 2 gases at his natural
4 gas,
expansion and
yep.
2 gases at his main base, bringing him to 4 gas total. And this is the exact build that Spanishiwa kind of came up with.
I almost feel like the players switched accounts.
Maybe we're
Let's double check. No, that says Spanishiwa.
That's definitely Spanishiwa.
Yeah.
Okay.
They didn't like give each other their account passwords, and now double evolution chambers and a roach horn. Ice Fisher into roach timing, 1/1 roach timing.
Yeah.
I like how Revival is also like not even bothering
Well, it
to
could
like
be a
put,
fake.
Yeah, it could be. But I like how he's not even bothering to put queens into walls or like get a spine crawler or like baby nest, because he's done such a good job of scouting. He knows Spanishiwa is not doing anything aggressive. And those 2 queens are out. Is he just gonna walk around the map hunting overlords? It's kind of cool. He's doing it.
And now Spanishiwa has to be like, all right, what's going on here?
So many queens.
Why
There's the
do you have so many?
Carapace, and there's the range. So it is going to be some roach play.
Spanishiwa canceling a gas at his natural.
Once the 3rd hatchery. This is such an unusual build from, like, none of these guys are doing what you typically see very often in a ZVZ. There's no speeding or painting aggression at all. There's no one's taking lair particularly quickly to go for Mulus.
Got 6 roaches underway here from Revival. And the layer's underway too.
I feel Revival is going to do some, like, I don't know, it's weird. His lair is too late to have roach speed line up really well. With
the 1/1.
Yeah, it's not going to line up. He could just be playing them. I almost feel like
it's take a 3rd.
Or could be even a Roach Queen Nidus play with upgrades or something like that. But he wouldn't get the 1/1 that early. He would have gone lit. Because you don't need to get it that early. It'll be done. I don't know. I have to say,
Oh, nice little surround on these queens, but Transfuse going down onto that queen. It has a lot of energy, and it is going to stay alive.
That queen just would not die.
Revival is up by 30 supply here. Again, that's the reason because of the roaches, mostly.
It is. But Spanishiwa is going roaches as well. So Spanishiwa, of course, will probably start to close that supply gap as he builds roaches. Spanishiwa has advantage of the 3rd hatchery. But he has a disadvantage of being behind in upgrades and being behind in roach speed timing, burrow timing, queen count. And, you know, I don't know. That 3rd base may not stay if Revival decides to, like, send all his roaches at it. There is this potential speeding counterattack, though. As a little squad of speedings is hanging out there.
Yep. Keep an eye on that 3rd base.
One's going to hang back. The rest are going to not counter. They're going to...
I feel like Revival has to get a decent amount of damage done with this push.
Yeah. But I think he is. Well, Spine and roaches on the high ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, that's a lot of roaches from Revival. 1/1 is just now finished. Look at that timing.
Great timing.
Perfectly finishing right when he wants to attack. Stepping back to take a few pokes at speedlings. I think he can't lollygag too much because once the attack finishes from Spanishiwa...
You know, Revival has more drones.
How does he have more of everything?
I don't know.
I just assumed Spanishiwa had more drones.
I did too.
What's going on here?
I don't know. Revival.
Is that
at this point, I don't know if I'd go up there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Spanishiwa has more roaches now. Well, he doesn't, but he has more on this side of the map. Yeah, so Revival's just winning in every aspect right now. You know, he did get a lot more minerals early, so that could be part of it because the Ice Fish are opening.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, the Queen's
Transfuse.
coming into effect here. Beautiful transfusion.
Speed isn't done yet.
Oh, he's using so many roaches.
It's just now kicking in. Also, the 3rd base is getting assaulted by another squad from Revival, and that might end up falling here. Revival charging forward again. He has 1/1 to the just +1 weapons there.
Of course, the weapons is the more important upgrade. It impacts 2 damage instead of armor just negating 1 damage. But I think the bigger telling thing is the numbers. Revival just has more units. Spanishiwa, he might try to hold on to his 3rd base, but his natural, there's just too many roaches from Revival. More coming in and flanking on the right side, but Spanishiwa's Queen's helping out on the left side.
26 to 13 is the roach count in favor of Revival, burrowing the weakened roaches, and Spanishiwa might be up against a wall here, trying to desperately stay alive, trying to take down these roaches from his opponent, but he just simply does not have enough. And it looks like Revival is going to take the 2-0 victory, and he will be advancing on to the next round of the winner's bracket. Spanishiwa
losing to his own build.
Yeah.
Ice Fisher strikes again, man.
He will fall to the lower bracket. He's not out of it just yet, but keep an eye on him because he might be able to make a run.
He might. Revival, though, he's one to look out for.
Yeah. He
looks so dominant those 2 games. He's definitely going to be one of, I keep saying he's one of the other favorites for his top 8 spots.
Right. So, guys, we'll see what happens. Coming up, we have more games.
QXE versus Sage.
QXE versus Sage. It's going to be Complexity versus Root. Guys, stay tuned. More WCS America Premier Division Qualifier action coming your way.